What's going on, y'all? This is Naga in Cambodia. It's going to be a quick video, just rambling about a few things. I'm going to be making some videos, me mostly telling certain scenarios and stories that I've been in here since I arrived in Brooklyn, New York, especially since I've never been in New York, and I've been here for 6 months now, and I'm becoming educated in the ways of New York. Coming from Chicago, living in Vegas, living in Cambodia, giving worldwide knowledge and expertise to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. But anyway, moving on. I'm starting to like these masks. At first, I was like, man, I don't want to wear these masks. This is slavery. They controlling us. Blah, 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 blah. This is BS. It's all fake anyway. But all of a sudden, I'm starting to like these masks. Like it has brought out the Sub-Zero in me. I'm morphing into a Super Saiyan Mortal Kombat character. It has awakened, the Asiatic black in me on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Also, when you're just looking at people in their eyes, you can really tell a lot about a person by just looking at them in their eyeballs. You can't really front when you're looking at somebody dead in their eyeballs. You just can't do it. Also, guys, women, they can tell a lot about you just by looking at your eyes. Women are very drawn to guys' eyes. Very drawn to that. It's the shoes, but it's mainly the eyes women are attracted to with a man. And another thing too I like about it, you can really focus your intent in when you got these masks on. Again, it's with the eyes, the power of the eyes. These eyes can become like a sword. You can really put fear in somebody without even saying a word. You could tell a woman, that you're interested in her just by the intent coming from your eyes. It's a very powerful thing. So I'm learning how to use my eyes as a weapon, and also it's increasing my awareness and my discernment in people out here in this world just by looking at their eyes. A lot of people like wearing these masks because they got self-esteem issues and they don't think of themselves as too attractive. And they like wearing these masks, believe it or not. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think the majority of Americans don't even like themselves. And they like wearing the mask. They like covering their face. They don't like themselves anyway. That's why they so willingly able to submit to this slavery. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there listening to me know, throughout the hundreds, thousands of years, masks were used as a way to subjugate the people. It was used in slavery. It was used, I believe, in ancient China on slaves. It was always used to subjugate and dehumanize people. It's never been used really for anything else. I can go on and on about these masks, about how we know it's BS because, if it was truly some kind of crazy virus out there and we all wearing masks, then they would have some kind of biohazard waste management system for us to place to throw these masks at. We wouldn't just be throwing them in the garbage can, guys. If it was really something on, in us, and we all wearing these masks, just throwing them around on the streets everywhere. You see what I'm saying? So moving on, this New York, I gotta be honest, guys. These are the finest women I've ever seen. It's kind of good. I'm not interested in being in a relationship in America because I'm gonna be set to be leaving back to Southeast Asia in a few months. So I'm not trying to get nothing started here, but I do imagine, man, if I was to get a female here, what would I do? Because, it's like literally every few seconds you seeing a female that you like, wow, she look great. Wow, she look great. Oh my God, oh my God, her hair. Oh my God, her legs. Oh my God, her breasts. This one's face, her lip. It's just too much. There's no way I could be committed to no one woman in New York with all these good, just all of them look good. Another thing too is tripped me out about how much I forget what you call it. when you had these family businesses and only the culture works there, like Greek restaurants, whatever, Chinese. But Chinese got Mexican cooks now. But anyway, you be going to Popeyes, right? And it'd be like a Jamaican Popeyes. It's like, okay, I gotta smoke a lot of ganja to work here. Like, what the fuck? And then the McDonald's, mostly Dominicans work at McDonald's, at least here in Brooklyn. And I'm like, I don't know what Dominicans really dance, but I'm like, the hell, what would be my qualifications as a black man to work at a McDonald's? Because I'm not Dominican. What I gotta learn salsa or something? I mean, because they be bumping their music in the back and dancing their little salsa, merengue, whatever. And I'm like, man, I know I couldn't work at this McDonald's if I wanted to. But kind of funny. I got into a little. I didn't really get into altercation, but I got into this little thing with this Jamaican cat yesterday. Guys like to test me because, see, as you get older, you learn that, trying to show and prove and trying to use ego, it takes a lot of energy to be angry. So you might as well just be yourself. Save your energy for when something really goes down. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a little bit of a troublemaker. I hate bullies. I kind of invite chaos. I mean, I'm down to go to a gym anytime. And I mean, those of y'all who know me personally know what I do in the gym. I love to put put on some gloves and put a Floyd Mayweather whooping on a lot of these fools out here, because dudes be fronting so much out here. Y'all know how it is. But this cat basically, I was saying I like CBD, and he was like, oh, you don't smoke marijuana, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like fronting on me in front of a bunch of dudes, and I'm like staying calm, like, no, I don't. It makes me paranoid. I'm like, I used to do that, but I like CBD. CBD is the really the medicinal part of marijuana. And see, the thing with marijuana is that, it probably used to only be like 3 or 4% THC, and then they start hybridizing the shit out of it, and then now it's like 15%, 10%, 20%. And it's just too much psychoactive stuff going on. And I mean, it's like, come on, man. You know this weed be making you paranoid. Because if you driving in a car by yourself and you smoked out and you hear, your heart is beat on marijuana is going to jump a little bit more harder than if you wasn't smoking that stuff. That's just the facts. But anyway, I gave him a pass on that. Like, I ain't gonna front on him for like trying to make me look stupid in front of the people. But then 20 minutes later, I had another pickup, and I come back, and he's there again, and he's trying to explain to me how to be more assertive to get the McDonald's workers to bring me my food. I said, man, I'm 40 years old from Chicago, man. I think I know enough about how to be assertive. And then guys just laughed at him like, they kind of looked at him like, dude, like, you don't even know this homie, man. Like, why the fuck are you talking to him like that? Like, they just laughed at him like he was stupid, and then he felt stupid. It's like, man, shut your Jamaican ass up, man. You know what I mean? Like, man, some of these Jamaicans in New York, they be really on some shit, man. I'm pretty sure they cool on the island, but y'all know how it is. They cool everywhere until they get to America. Then they just start putting on these airs, because they can get away with it and stuff like that. Back on the island, you don't front on nobody because you don't know who anybody is. And that's a lesson to all of us. Never try to front on anybody, especially when you don't know them. You want to just kind of sit back and relax and wait before you make a sound decision, because you don't know who is who. This 5 foot, you might walk past a dude who only 5 feet tall. That dude might be able to whoop your ass. You don't know nothing about this guy. You need to just be cool and calm until you do know something. But you know how dudes is. Again, the States, they like to put on airs. Another thing too, guys, I had a pickup from a Jewish restaurant yesterday, and do you know that these Jews were sitting down and eating in their restaurant like there was no pandemic, like they had no mandates and no laws, that had nothing, they don't have to obey the laws. They eating inside their restaurant. They doing whatever they want to do. The Jews here in New York. For y'all who ain't been in New York, it's a lot of Jews here, so-called Jewish, I say. They're a lot of Jewish here. And they're eating in their restaurants, and they don't have to obey any laws that you slave Americans have to obey. Another thing too about those Dominican girls that work at them, I'm really starting to get into them, because they dark skin like me, and it's like the Dominican women, they're like black women except without the attitude or the post-slave trauma syndrome. So I'm really starting to like, man, I like these Dominican women because I love black women, but I like black women minus the brainwashing and post-slave syndrome attitude and behavior that the modern day black woman is under in these cities in the United States. So yeah, I think that's about all the rambling I'm gonna do, guys. Just wanted to tell y'all a little bit about what's going on with me. Again, I'm starting to like these masks. It's unleashing, it's bringing out the Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat in me. You know how I know too, because I'm starting to wear a lot more blue. I'm like Neo, I think like I'm in, them things attached to my brain. I wake up like I think I'm Sub-Zero, like from Mortal Kombat. But anyway, guys, enough of that said. This is Naga Cambodia. Y'all stay healthy out there and peace.